steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the London Black Knights and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll run it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Michael Thomas from 13 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 40. A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
We got 3.
Now Rudolph on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
3 down.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies set. 3-19. 3-19.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90, blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Here we go now. 319, 319.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rudolph on 1st down. The 20. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go now. Blue 90, blue 90.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Hurry up.
Now it's Rudolph. throw caught right around the 6. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. So
another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Now Bell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Perry, the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. They find some open field here. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Perry, the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And they'll run it here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Gone!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Over the middle, complete. That's Perry. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. High throw, but he makes the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Butker able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Rudolph now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The give is to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and 7. Back to throw, Rudolph. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll go again with Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Rudolph looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Barney. Detroit! Gone!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep and got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit!
They'll run it with Bell. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
got you now, Barney. Barney.
Now Rudolph. Complete to Washington. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, Made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rudolph going to throw again. Now he's flushed out right. He got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.